The anime begins with the introduction of 4 powerful players in a battle against 1,200 opponents, including a feared player called Queen. After Queen is defeated, we learn the backstory of some legendary, unbeatable players who are shrouded in mystery. Immediately after, we meet 2 siblings, Sora, a socially awkward guy obsessed with games, and his younger sister, Shiro, a genius with a perfect memory. These 2 are revealed to be the mysterious players known as Blank, famous for never losing. Soon after this, Sora receives an email that challenges them to a chess match. Shiro, with her perfect memory, easily wins the game. The person on the other end asks them what they think of the world, which leads to Sora sharing his thoughts in an internal monologue. He sees the world as a flawed, chaotic game without rules or structure. The mysterious person offers them a chance to live in a world where everything works like a game. The siblings accept, and they are suddenly transported by a godlike being to a place called Disboard, a world where everything, including national borders and people's lives, is determined by games. The rules of this world are governed by 10 commandments set by Tet, the god of play, who became the ruler of Disboard after winning a war between gods long ago. Sora and Shiro make their way to the capital of the kingdom of Ilia, which is in the middle of a gambling tournament to choose a new king. There they meet a woman named Stephanie Dola, the granddaughter of the previous king, who is losing badly to another contestant named Clammy. Sora decides to challenge Stephanie to a game of poker, wagering both his and Shiro's lives. Even though Stephanie cheats and gets a full house, Sora manages to win with a royal flush, though he cheats as well, just more cleverly. Afterwards, the siblings notice that Stephanie is still losing to Clammy, who is also cheating. Sora tells Stephanie about Clammy's cheating but doesn't explain how she's doing it. Stephanie later confronts Sora angrily for not helping her properly, and he challenges her to a game of rock, paper, scissors. The rules of this game are unusual. Sora claims he will only use paper, and if Stephanie wins, she can ask anything of him. But if she loses or draws, she will owe him a favor. The game ends in a draw, and as a result, Stephanie owes Sora a favor. His request? That she falls in love with him. Shiro scolds him for asking such a silly favor, but due to the magical rules of the world, Stephanie starts acting affectionately towards Sora. Later, Sora gets thrown out of the room by Shiro, and both siblings immediately become helpless without each other, something Stephanie notices about their unusual bond. The story progresses, and we learn more about the kingdom and the world. Stephanie explains that humans, or humanity, are the weakest race in Disboard, ranking 16th because they have no affinity for magic. Other races, known as the Exceed, are ranked higher, with their magical abilities giving them great advantages. Despite their weakness, Sora is determined to help humanity and heads to a library, where Shiro quickly learns the entire human language, showing her incredible intellect. Seeing their potential, Stephanie starts believing that they could save Ilia. Sora and Shiro confront Clammy before the coronation, where Clammy mocks Stephanie's late grandfather. In response, Sora declares that he intends to become the next king. Sora then challenges Clammy to a poker game but insists it must be played without the help of her elf partner, a magical ally Clammy secretly uses to cheat. Despite Clammy's tricks, Sora and Shiro manage to outsmart her and win the game. After winning the game and the coronation, both Sora and Shiro become the rulers of Ilia. They solve political problems by forcing the ministers of the kingdom to play a game of rock, paper, scissors, where they are required to lose on purpose, thus eliminating their ability to conspire. Sora gives an inspiring speech about the strength and weaknesses of humanity, and they are officially recognized as the sole representatives of the human race. Their next goal is to conquer the world by challenging all the other nations through games. This declaration of war terrifies Stephanie, but Sora assures her that the other nations will be too busy trying to figure out who is backing humanity to attack them directly. The siblings continue their adventures, and Sora sets his sights on the Flugel, a race of powerful, knowledge-hungry beings. They meet Jibril, a flugel who accepts their challenge in exchange for access to Sora's vast library of books from another world. The game they play is a high-stakes word game, where anything they say that isn't present in the room will materialize, and anything that is present will disappear. Sora and Shiro eventually outsmart Jibril, winning the game by creating a scenario where Jibril is free-falling through space. Jibril, impressed by their cleverness, pledges her loyalty to them. The story continues with the siblings gathering information about the Warbeasts, another powerful race. They learn that the former king of Aaliyah had challenged the Warbeasts multiple times and lost half of the kingdom's territory as a result. Sora is determined to win it back. They visit the Eastern Federation, where they meet Izuna, a Warbeast, and her grandfather, who has the ability to read minds using their sharp senses. Sora challenges the Warbeasts to a game, wagering all of humanity's remaining territory. The game is revealed to be a virtual reality shooter, where the objective is to make the other players fall in love with them. The Warbeasts initially seem to have the upper hand, but Sora and Shiro use their teamwork and intelligence to turn the tide. After a dramatic battle, they manage to outsmart and defeat Izuna. Following their victory, Sora and Shiro continue to challenge the other nations, slowly working their way towards their ultimate goal, to conquer the world and challenge the god Tet to a final game to become the rulers of Disboard.